we're about to take a nap. It's not the first time. It's the first time today. And I don't think I took a nap yesterday. And lately, I've been taking some naps in the bedroom. Like I make the bed and I sleep on top of it with this same gray blanket that I just move from here to my bedroom. Because there's even bigger windows and I like to look outside. Sometimes I take a nap looking outside at those windows. Which I never used to take naps in there. And Peanut won't sleep with me on my bed for some reason. She'll sleep with me when I take a nap on the couch, almost always. But she'll sleep with me when I'm on the bed sleeping at night or taking a nap now on the bed. Almost never, although not never. But I like to take naps with my cat. And I just like to take naps. I remember taking naps in 9th grade after school and just loving it. You want to come up, P? Yeah, she wants to. There she is. Hi there. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. We'll avoid the sphincter flash. I can't avoid it, but I can certainly disabuse the video of it. Don't you worry, it's happening. I'm just keeping my eyes closed. It's not about her sphincter. Not for me, it's not. I like the whole being here, sphincter included, but anyway, she flashes it at me. Cats will do that. See, she's gonna go rest. But here's what I'm afraid of. Storm coming in. A storm is coming in, and here's what I'm afraid of is it's gonna thunder and she's gonna spook out of here. Nappy. Yeah, it's time for naps. Hey, girl. Yeah, do my little 4-pronged petting routine. Once on her haunches, once across the top, once across the side, twice across the side with the knuckles. When she knows that, she feels them knuckles. She knows. She puts her paws on my leg and she's in full. She's like, I could not touch her again the whole nap, and that's part of what we do. But sometimes I do still pet her sometimes. She doesn't mind that. We can't take a nap with me resting my arm on top of her though, which I would think, yeah. But I tried it at times. So, mostly she's wrapped up inside the crotch of my legs the way she wants to be. And I leave her alone. And I take my nap all up in here. I mean, my whole body's involved, but it feels like I'm taking my nap in here. Probably because my eyes are here. And I close them. But sometimes when I get talking too much, she might leave the nap. I don't know. Right now she's a little bit, I think she heard a thunder and she's not quite sure. She's also in the midst of, are you doing a clean? It's all right, sweetheart. She likes to do clean. She likes to clean herself up here in the crotch of my legs because it gives her body support. When she leans back against this way, she's got like my leg. And when she leans back against that way to clean that other part, she's got my other leg. You know what I mean? You can imagine. Anyway, I was thinking when I was settling down for this nap, I like naps. I need to take a nap every day, and I didn't take one yesterday, and I miss it. Today, I almost didn't take this nap, and I forgot how nice it is just to submit to a nap. I can barely keep my eyes open, and it's not even that I'm sleepy, but I've allowed myself to be napful, which incorporates sleepfulness eventually. I've allowed that to happen with my whole, intention to have a nap. I wasn't sleepy before, but now I've gotten myself towards sleepfulness. I'm going to be thoughtful for a little bit more before I'm napfully sleepful. Because I just wanted to comment on how nice it is to be able to take a nap, and I'm talking a good nap. And by good, I mean like good durationally. You don't always need a 3-hour nap, but if you could have one, you could take one. And I like to be able to take a 3-hour nap. Maybe I take it, maybe I leave it at 2, but 20-minute naps are great too. Anything less, though, is not good. But I'm talking, I like long naps, so I'm just going to be here. It's 3:30. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't have anything to do. And there's the thunder and Peanuts. Ears are pricking up. She's like, we'll be here. If that's about the last one I hear. If she hears it again, she might be out of here. But, yeah, it's just a nice part of my peaceful afternoon. I like to sleep. I like to nap. I like to be in the Napfull state, that hypnogogic state, where you're almost you're daydream, you slip it into a dream, but then you wake, you hear, then Peanut moves, and you wake, and you remember the little dream that you were just kind of about to have. That whole time, I love that time. That's my time, the dream time, the pre-dream time. And it reminds me of my walks. I feel the same way when I don't get out for a walk now, which I've been napping for many years, but I haven't been, and I used to walk a lot, but I haven't been since I moved here. In 15 years, I haven't walked these neighborhoods ever like I'm doing now. So that's a new habit for me here. But it feels like when I miss it, that's what it feels like when I don't take a nap. When I think about it, like the next day maybe. Or, like I didn't get a nap yesterday. I just chose not to take it, or a nap just chose not to have me. I don't know. It was fine, but it's like, I miss this time. And I like early, mid-afternoon naps. I'll take a nap anytime I can get it, but I'm just saying, I like when I can go to sleep and it's light out, and I wake up and it's also still hours of light out still. At 3:30 right now, I've got about 5 hours before it's getting dark. Sunset's at 7:59 tonight, so technically I have even less than 4.5. So I gotta stop saying 5 o'clock, 5 hours now. It's crazy. It's August 13th and the sunset's below 8 o'clock already. It was at 8:35 basically around June 21st for like a week. Like the longest it gets out here is 8:35. Now you know my longitude, or whatever, my latitude, whatever you could know from my time zone. It's not my time zone, it's my sunset zone. The longest day of the year is 8:35. It lasts for about 5 or 6 days maybe. So that I never realized, but it's true. I look and it's, sometimes I can't help and look where I don't want to go, like when's summer starting to end, I don't want to look at it, but I gotta know, I don't know, because I gotta provoke that sadness in me when the day starts to get shorter. So I start to notice, when is it? I don't know. Like, what's the best day of the year? It's like I'm looking for the best day, which is the longest day, and but I'm kind of looking at it from the end of it, saying, like, I hope it doesn't end. Like, I don't want it to end. I don't want today to end like a little grader going into an amusement park or something, right, with their family when they're a kid. You don't ever want it to end, and it just starts to become stressful how much you still want it. It's that energy. It's irrational. It doesn't make any sense, but that's that kind of energy. I feel like that's what I feel on the summer solstice, or whenever it starts to get darker. So I don't care about sunrise, so it's not a technicality. It's sunset that matters. And I love sunset, but I like it to be at 9:30 at night. 8:35 is so short. Anyway. Not even 2 months on the other side of it. Now we also get to build up to that. So I'm always wondering, like, how long do we get the 8 o'clock to 8:35 sunsets? Well, Yesterday was 8:01, so it's already dropping by like 2 minutes at a time, which kind of stinks. So I'll just call it today. I guess I can't call it today. The 12th of August to, when did it go from 7:59 to 8 o'clock sunsets? In April? Right? Or May, early May? I don't know, it may be asymmetrical on the side. It may start early and end early. That's what it feels like, maybe. Anyway, what is that? Let's just say it's all of May, all of June, and all of July for sure. 3 months. Not even 2 weeks in August. And I think probably at least 2 weeks in April. I could look it up, but I can't really, though. But I can't. See, you would think I could look it up, but I can't. Because I can't move. I'm not interested in moving. I could move, but I'm not going to move, so I can't look it up. I'm not going to move. That's why I can't look it up. I could end this video. I'm not going to do that either. That's the other can't. So if I don't move or in this video, I can't look it up. So, but it feels like it's something like that. You got all of May and all of June, almost. 3 weeks of June, and then it flips, and then you get all of July, plus that week of June, plus basically 2 weeks in August. It's like 31, plus 9 is 40 days, 52 days on the back side of 8 to 8:30 sunsets, 8 to 8:35. What did I just say? 40, 52 days. So do we have, what's 52 days on the front side? 21 minus 52, that's 31. That's all of May. So the first day of May, that would be 52 on the front side. And that may be what it is. But I feel like it starts even earlier than that. That's why I love April so much. And now we're in August. And we're not even halfway through August, and the sun sets at 7:59 tonight. And I feel like that just pierces my soul with sorrow. Mostly probably it's just a habit of being, because it used to be linked up with maybe having the summer ending and having to go back to school. Even though I like school later in life, still summer was always great. At my best with school, I liked both, but I never not liked summer best. Right? So August is always depressing. But even more so, it's just like, what's it like when it gets to be like October? The weather's still maybe kind of nice, but like now it sunsets at like 6 o'clock. It just feels like your life is over. I don't know. I mean, I love the nighttime and I love the sunset. It's just a mind thought from here. It's not even one that sometimes I have them though when I'm there, when I'm in the midst of like a 6 o'clock sunset, and it's like, feels like I wish it was like an 8 o'clock sunset still. And even though, I don't know, it's just, there's something about the daylight that makes, I don't know, I like the daylight energy. I'm a night guy. I'm a night person, not a morning person. I'll stay up till 3 o'clock. I love the middle of the night. Don't get me wrong. I'm a night person. But I'm not a vampire, right? Like, I love the daylight the most. Like, if it could be 24 hours of daylight, I would like probably the 2 a.m. version of it maybe, right? Like, I am still a night person, but like, if it was like sunlight out during the night, that would probably be the best for me, because I love the sunlight so much. Right? That's my biology, though. Right? That's a human biology. Like a warm-blooded animal, like's gonna like the temperate weather with the sunlight. In the daytime, it's safer. I don't know why. It's not my choice. But yeah, today's that first day when it's below 8 o'clock. But I'm a different person now. I still take naps, but I'm a person who walks around and stomps around the neighborhood all the time now. And it's such a habit now that it's just like missing a nap, which has been a habit since I was, like I was saying before at the top of the video, 9th grade. I remember, I mean, of course I took naps before I was 14 years old, but I remember like taking naps specifically after school and just loving taking naps. I've always loved it. I haven't always done it, but yeah. And it doesn't feel like, look, if you need to escape from something, it's a great escape. But if you're like trying to be enlightened like I am, I'm not trying to escape things anymore, but I probably still am. But I don't know, it doesn't feel like urgent. I just sink into the pleasantries of the Napfulness, you know? Like I look forward to these naps, not to escape from my life, because look, there's nothing to escape from it anymore. Like, my life's perfect right now. It's been perfect for months and months. And I love naps. Naps is a time where I can just enjoy the perfection of my life from a napful state. It's just another place to enjoy my life from. And I realized that I love the napful way to enjoy my life. I like it when I'm lying on the couch like this and Peanut's taking a nap. And I'm about to just grog off right into these Napfull daydreams of whatever. I always have great dreams. I don't always remember them, but like I always love napping. It just, yeah, I always have fun thinking of the thoughts that I think of before I fall asleep. I have little, you know, I don't know what they are. They're just daydreams. So that's why I've always loved naps. But the reason I nap now is not to escape anything in my life. It's just another way to experience and express my life to myself. And it's just another way that I love to live my life is through napfulness. Not only that though, right? I walk around, I talk around, I make these videos. Like I do all kinds of different ways to live and express my life now, but I'm not trying to escape from it no more. And so when I miss a napful day, it's like missing a going out and stomping around the neighborhood day, which I didn't miss a day today, even though it was, you know, it would have been brutal, but the wind was picked. I went out because it was windy. I wasn't gonna go out, but it was like 10-mile-an-hour winds with like 15-mile-an-hour gusts, which is basically steady 10 miles an hour plus like better. That's enough. When it's like 65% humidity, today's a humid day, and this cloud cover keeps it, but it was 88, felt like 88 with that humidity, but the wind, when the wind picked up, I went out, and it was all right. But I haven't done a big long walk. I can't remember when. What's today, Wednesday? Saturday probably. Saturday I did a circuit, I think. I don't know. I know for the last few days I haven't felt like we're doing big long walks. Probably because when I'm out there, my body, my gastric nemesis were bothering me both times. I don't know, do I have to stretch even more than I'm stretching? I mean, yesterday it was wearing sandals, but today I wore my regular boots and I stretched. I don't know, I just felt like coming home today, so it took like 40-minute walk yesterday, 30-minute walk, 40, which is good. It's a good walk. Usually I do, like, you know, if I'm out there, I like to be out there for like 2 or 3 hours. But I just didn't feel like it. My body didn't really feel up for it. I think my spirit's always kind of up for it, but sometimes it doesn't need to push it. It just kind of goes along with whatever. It's like happy. It's like a dog on a leash outside. Just likes to be outside with you. You know? It likes to be leashed. It likes to be taken out for any kind of walk. Is grateful. Yeah, I keep my spirit in check. It's grateful for anything I can give it. It'll take anything. But I'm trying to stay open and give it everything now. So I'm trying to change my attitude towards my spirit. Not so parsimonious or whatever the word is. Not so cheap with it. But the spirit now appreciates the release. I was never torturous to it. That was just a euphemism. I never really paid much attention to it for a long time, my spirit, I think. But now, I'm living with my spirit. Which I guess you always are, but like now I know that I am. Anyway, I didn't want this. I don't know where. This wasn't intended to be a advanced math class, so I'm just saying naps. It struck me that I didn't take a nap yesterday, and lying down here, how nice it feels. Like, I didn't take a nap yesterday, and I miss it. I missed that nap. That's the way I'm trying to say. 20 minutes about just to say, oh yeah, I didn't take a nap yesterday. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm glad I'm taking a nap now, and I'm going to remember to take a nap again tomorrow and the day after that. Because why? Because what I just said. It's so nice. Just another way to express my life and experience it. But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that I expressed that thing that I've been doing my whole life, and I've almost always loved it, but not consider it in these terms. But I felt that it was missing it. I felt like it was more. Yeah, I felt it slipping. Oh, my phone slipped out of my fingers and I couldn't do nothing about it. And I felt it way too late. My reaction time was so... I was in a groggish state. Yeah. Anyway, it shook me out of this discursion. I'm just saying, yeah, I thought it was funny that the way I thought about the nap that I missed yesterday, the way I thought about it was in terms of a hike that I missed yesterday. Because I feel it when I don't walk outside for 3 hours a day. You feel it. I don't even, the spirit of it, like I don't know. I love it. I miss when I can't go out there, but sometimes it's a relief because I almost feel compulsive to go out there when it's nice. It's not like guilt, but like when I'm sitting here and there's like blue sky and it's like and it's nice out and I'm like not out there walking around, I feel a little bit of it doesn't feel like FOMO, but it's like, it feels like I want to go participate in life right now. And that for me, walking around the neighborhood on beautiful, sunny, humidless, breezy days, that's my spiritual expression, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like that's my retirement vacation. Like the way stomping around the neighborhood for 3 or 4 hours is part of like what I want to do every day, is what I'm trying to say. But not maybe every day, but if it's not, if it's been a few days, I start to feel it. If I start to get all a little bit, in my head maybe. I don't know what happens, but here's what I know. When I think, I'm going to get outside. I'm so excited to get outside today. I'm going to get outside. And it's like, because maybe it was raining for 3 days. And maybe I kind of forgot the last day before the rain. I kind of took for granted or whatever. So it's been like 4 days, let's say. And I'm getting kind of antsy, but I'm not thinking of it in terms of outside. I'm just kind of just getting... I don't know, maybe I'm not. I'm making more of it than it is, but it's like, I can feel the energy. I can feel the desire to get outside, like that's an energy, like forcing me to get out there. And when I'm outside in the light of the sun, walking around the neighborhood, it just feels good. It's like, obviously the sun on my skin I can feel, which you don't feel when you're inside your house. Not really, right? I'm not feeling it now, right? And the wind or whatever, the heat and the wind on your skin, but the light in your face and the sounds of the whole thing, the whole energy, totally it like recalibrates me. I can just let it. I go outside and let the whole energy around me just do whatever it wants with my energy. That's what I kind of try and do. And I just walk around talking a lot, thinking a lot, sometimes still listening to music, whatever, but a lot more generally just letting whatever happens happen, like actively letting it, like I'm like super aligned with whatever the energies are. And it's fun to just surrender like that. So that's what I do on those walks. And that's why I like to get outside every day. I had lost that for years. I had never thought of it in those terms, really. Well, not literally, of course, definitely not those terms, but I never thought of it. How important it actually was to get outside every day. Even when it was just commuting to work, to and from, but being out, maybe driving in it, and you walk from the parking lot to your, like that was enough. That's what it got to be. And then that stopped when I started working from home 13 years ago, 14 years ago would have been. This past year I didn't work. Yeah, coming right up on Thanksgiving to be 13 years of work plus this year. This year I did get out though. But yeah, 13 years where I didn't really just get out to run errands. But I didn't have to leave the house for my job ever. And I didn't make it a point to get outside otherwise. And so I just gradually lost touch with any kind of routine. As brief and abrogated as it was still nature that I was out in, and parking lots and highways and driving and whatever. Like, stopped doing that. And I think that started to wear on me, no doubt. And now that I get outside, like I said, almost every day, and at least a half an hour, if not 4 hours a day. That kind of took over my life. Like, that's what I do. I'll take a nap often, and I'll go for a really long, because I got a pretty big neighborhood. It takes like 3 hours to walk around the whole thing. I can do the whole thing, just about every street, probably in 3.5 hours with the excursions. I'm not trying to get through it, but I'm not stopping. Non-stop for 3.5 hours. That would have been all the side streets that I usually take. Might not even be 3.5 hours. But still, it's not, 45 minutes. You can go on a 45-minute walk in my neighborhood. You could do a few of them. But, you want to do the whole thing if you want it. You can do it. And I could do the simple circuit in 2 hours and 40 minutes without the excursions. So something like that. I like the excursions. I wish there were more. But it's, yeah. So those two things, napping and just kind of stomping around the neighborhood, just kind of walking around the blocks. Those two things are like of equal importance to I miss them when I don't do them each day. I notice it now. It's like you notice when you don't brush your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth for like a day, right? I don't know how often you brush your teeth growing up or whatever. I mean, I was never a 2 per day guy with any regularity. It would be a shame to say from a hygienic standpoint, but my teeth didn't suffer from it, and I'm not gross because of it. I mean, you could be the judge of that. I get complimented on my teeth by my dentist, who's not, who I could, to be fair, I would say, yeah, I mean, it's sincere, but what are they going to say? You got really gross teeth. You want to lose a customer? How about you make them good, doc? How about you tell me how good they are? Yeah, so it's a smart business move, but still, I don't know, I believe them. Now you're gonna look at them the whole time. Look, they're nice enough. Whatever. They're straight and they're healthy. My gums are good. Dentist loves my teeth. Hey, so I'm happy with it. The color, that's natural. That's my natural color. Sorry, they're not gross and yellow. They're not freakishly white though. I'm not ever gonna be that. So that's my teeth. Oh, yeah. Wish I hadn't said all that. Now I'm going to be self-conscious about my teeth. Anyway, yeah, so it's kind of like that. It's like, if I missed a day of brushing my teeth, I mean, your teeth get filmy maybe. Depends on how much candy you're eating, I guess. But I brushed them today twice already. Today I did, which is not usual. Usually once. Although sometimes not every day once. This is just an analogy from my youthfuler times where I would never miss a day of brushing my teeth, but I would almost never brush my teeth twice a day. The adamantium with which I would not brush them twice a day, I would use to reinforce that I'm not going to not brush my teeth. That's gross. I brush my teeth every morning. Take a shower, brush my teeth. Go to bed. Did I take a shower? I'm gonna probably, I just never. I perversely didn't like brushing my teeth. I didn't like brushing my teeth time at night, and I just resisted it growing up, and I just never did, and I never gave into it, and I just lived with it like that. But I perversely like brushing my teeth. I brush manually still, but I got this electric toothbrush, the Sonicare one or whatever. That I've been using for like years now, which you can't go back. But I miss though the manual brushing of my teeth that I somehow hated, but fell in love with. I don't know why I manually brush my teeth sometimes, and then I'll also do just because I miss the manual brush. That's when I'll get a double brush in, Like before bed, maybe I feel like, I miss brushing my teeth with the old-fashioned. I don't put toothpaste on it. I just brush them clean for 2 minutes of brushing. But my main brush is my electric toothbrush or whatever. That thing cleans your teeth so much better. I can't believe the difference when I did it. I didn't have plaque hanging off and meat chunks hanging out. It wasn't I had a clean mouth, but it wasn't as clean as a Sonicare could get it. So I don't know what to say about that. I would defend my hygiene. Not perfect dentist perfection, but they like my teeth. But yeah, but maybe what's that say if that Sonicare makes you think you just know that? Because plaque would build up by the end of the day. That's why. You brush your teeth once in the morning like everybody else, and then plaque, sometimes it shows up later in the day. When I used that electric toothbrush, it never showed up again. By the time I brushed it again the next day with that electric toothbrush, it's still no plaque. It just gets it all off, and it keeps it off better. That's what I'm saying. It's not gross I just had chunks of meat, and my mouth was all foul when I picked at it with bones and maybe cleaned my mouth once a week. It wasn't like that. I wouldn't have these teeth if it was like that. Just saying. There's an obvious difference when you go from a manual to, mine was good enough. My dentist, I only started doing this electronical toothbrush thing probably 5 or 6 years ago. So what am I, 50? Right? My whole life. I did it the old-fashioned way, and it was good enough. But when I went electronical, yeah, I don't like to make those changes, I guess. I don't know why I resisted it so long, but I did. I think I tried an electronical one a long time ago, but it was the one where the thing just goes... Now you got to get the one where the head just doesn't move, and it's just this little circle inside that spins so fast. That's the one you want. Don't get something that just does this. That's no wonder you can't. Then it's way better to do it. I don't know why I never started with an electrical toothbrush. When they got good, when they were recommended, because then it was just habits. I got lazy in my 40s, I think. Whenever they were whenever I could have done it and I didn't, I don't know, or whatever, I finally committed to it, and it was a life changer. I recommended it to my sister and my nephew. And I recommended it in the fashion that it was said it would change their life. Maybe that was an exaggeration, but for me, it was so noticed. Like, I'll never go back to just manual brush. But I do like to do the manual brush from time to time. It reminds me of nostalgia or something. I don't know. I like that muscle memory, which is perverse because, like I said, the whole reason I don't even do it twice a day is because I hated it so much as a kid. I don't know what I hate. It's like I hated spaghetti when I was a kid. I don't know. Who could hate spaghetti? Isn't it just pizza on noodles, basically? I loved pizza. I liked even raviolis. And I would have probably liked SpaghettiOs with meatballs. But I did not like homemade, whatever, spaghetti. Spaghetti with them noodles, which are not homemade, with the sauce, which is also not homemade. So homemade spaghetti, when you grow up in Denver, homemade spaghetti is, unless you're Italian maybe, is them green box of noodles and ragu or whatever it was we had. Right? That's homemade spaghetti. You wouldn't get spaghetti out in the restaurant. We went to a restaurant called the Spaghetti Factory, and I hated going there, even though you could get pizza. My sister loved it. Spaghetti Factory. What are you doing? I hated that. Why? Why would I hate spaghetti? I don't know. I remember hating it. I did, not to just be spiteful. Like, I didn't like to eat it. Like, I wouldn't eat. I couldn't eat. I didn't like the noodles, I guess. There wasn't a lot of ramen in my life at that point, so there was maybe a little, though, in the beginning. I don't know what. Ramen had the saltiness. Spaghetti. Foolish preferences as a child. Not very much wisdom happening. Changes. Anyway, I forgot why I dropped off onto that discussion. Completely forgot. The floor's completely fallen out from under me. I don't even know what we were talking about. Just the stages of your life that now include naps and walks. And when they're not there, it feels like when you only brush your teeth once a day, if you skipped a day, how your teeth would feel, you would notice it. Look at how I brought that all the way back, thank God. You would notice in your mouth, it would feel like, I didn't brush my teeth today. Yeah. It's like you didn't take a shower. So yeah, I didn't have a 3-hour walk out in the sunshine today. You notice it like that after a while. And when you take a nap, that's what I'm finding out too. When you don't take one, you notice it the next day when you do. It's like, I didn't take a nap yesterday. I didn't realize how important they are. Right? Not really. I felt like if I could go back and do yesterday over again, I would include a nap. I don't think there's anything more important than a nap that I did yesterday that I just didn't do it. Just didn't take it. It wasn't a conscious choice. So anyway, I'm about to do this nap. But it started as a video, which sometimes it happens. That's how some of my best naps happen. They start as these videos, and then I just stop the videos, and then I do the nap. And then I've got this pre-recording of the, if I like it. I don't know if this is a long one. So, yeah. It kind of got rambly, I think, in there. But I'm going to go take that nap and talk to you all later.